What's up, guys? So, I'm gonna take a little ride today. It's 46 degrees out. Supposed to get another storm tomorrow. It's insane. Even though it's 46 degrees out, the sun's not out once again. I haven't seen the sun in so long, I forgot what the sun even is, what it looks like. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on anymore with the weather. The weather is so crazy. I find it a little frustrating that it's 2013 and we can find people hiding in caves in other countries, yet we still shoot like a missile across the ocean and hit like a little 3x3 target. Yet it's 2013 and we get a little thunderstorm and we still get power outages, or simple little quick fix shit, and we can't even get that done. I mean, it's amazing. 2013, we have all this technology, cars that drive by themselves, and jets and drones and all this stuff, yet we still get power outages from a little thunderstorm. Oh boy, it's a big thunderstorm coming. You know, it'll last, 10-15 minutes, and the storm's over, and you have no power for a week. Like, come on, you know? It's really frustrating. Yet, the companies, utility companies, they raise their prices up. I just saw that the local NYSEG or whatever, I think that's the company around here, they just boosted up their fees to get them an extra $4 million a year or a quarter or something like that. I mean, come on, really? And yet we still get power outages. When we had Sandy, we lost power for like 4 days. I mean, we had cable back before the electricity. And of course, the cable company, they all went digital now, which I found really, really aggravating, that there's no radio. The radios weren't working because the towers were destroyed. And we had no power. And because we were pretty much cut off from the world, there was no delivery of newspapers. There's no way to get any news. The net was down. And to plug in your TV, you can't even plug in your TV and get, just disconnect the cable box and just plug the line into the back of your TV, because the cable company decided, well, nope, no free TV either. They took that away from us. So it's ridiculous. Like, I'm actually talking to some people about starting a petition, because I understand, like, it's not... What are you doing, people? What the fuck? Daydreaming. You have to pay for these services, which is fine, but I mean, at least a local channel, at least you know what's going on. I mean, state of emergency, you have no idea what's going on. If a lot of people work in the city, if you got to get to the city, you have no idea that the city's completely shut down right now. There's just no way of knowing that, because you can't plug in your TV, the little cable line. And it's not right that they do that. I mean, you should at least have a channel. I could see not having, all the channels, but you should at least have a channel where you could see. But everything went digital now, and it's not right that they do that. That's your right. They may own the, they don't even own the poles, actually. The electric company owns the poles, and they rent the poles out to the people. But you should at least have a little channel. I mean, it's not like you're asking much. You're not asking for HBO. You're asking for a little local channel just to find out what's going on in the world. Local news, something. It's just crazy. So I'm definitely going to start that petition. I know somebody just started a petition. They're actually saying that, motorcycles will be able to lane split. Oh, if that's the case, that would be great. You know, a lot of people are saying it's not safe. It's safe. I mean, you know, I had this whole argument with my uncle, and he's like, well, you know, you get the motorcycle guys that zigzag through cars at 100 miles an hour. Okay, yeah. You know, those people, you know, but it's the same thing, like this gun bullcrap that's going on, where one person decides he hates his life, he goes and shoots everybody up. So you're going to take the guns away from everybody. People that actually have training and would never do that, you're going to take their guns away. It's the same thing. You know, but the lane splitting, I mean, it's hot. I mean, when you're sitting in 100 degrees and you have gloves on and a helmet and leather and jeans and or just full leather suit, and it's hot outside, it's 100 degrees outside, and you're sitting there in traffic sucking on car fumes and everything else. And I mean, there's times that I get so dizzy from the heat just sitting there. I have a good, you know, threshold for heat, but you know, you're sitting there, you're sucking in all these fumes. All my gear is mostly black. I mean, my bike is black. It's 100 degrees out. I mean, you get dizzy. And these people are sitting there in their cars with air conditioning on, relaxing. You know, they're sitting in traffic. It's an inconvenience to sit there, but you're comfortable. You know, you don't have to put your feet down. You just sit there. You got the radio, you got the air, you can get a little drink if you want, drink your little Starbucks. You know, you don't have to sit there in the heat. And people that don't have air conditioning, though, it's not like when I was a kid and people had cars that didn't have air conditioning. They were still driving around in 80s cars and 88 cars and all that. You know, it's not like that anymore. Now, even the cheap car, like even a Ford Focus, has air conditioning. So, you know, but I'm definitely for the lane splitting. Even if I wasn't a biker, everyone's like, well, because you're a biker, you think so. Even if not, I mean, it's just the right thing to do. I mean, maybe in some places it wouldn't be so ideal, or they should limit to what you do, because you don't really want people lane splitting in New York City. However, when you're sitting there in traffic, you know, then it should be okay. You should be able to, on the Parkway, the BQE or the Bell Parkway, the Van Wyck, or, you know, any of those Bell Parkway where you're zigzagging in and out. Alright, that you shouldn't do. That's definitely no. However, you should be able to, if there's traffic and there's like nothing moving, you should be able to definitely get out of there. I mean, you're in a situation, God knows, somebody not paying attention, they rear end the car behind you, you're stuck in between, you're literally sandwiched. That's what happened to me with my car accident 2 years ago. I was sitting, minding my business on the highway, and a State Farm roadside assistance truck decides he's going to come up on me, 80 miles an hour. He hits the car behind me. The car behind me slams into me, shoots off to the side, and then the truck hits me. And he hit me so hard, my foot was on the brake, that I literally was pushed 10 feet into the pickup truck ahead of me. And it caused a lot of damage. The car was totaled. I mean, there's no way. I mean, the car was done. The back tire, he hit me on the rear corner panel. It wasn't even a clean rear end. I mean, he hit me right on the corner panel. So the vehicle shot a little bit to the side. And with such force, I mean, my foot was on the brake. So I'm already fighting the force of the motion of the vehicle. My foot's on the brake, and I was still pushed. So I was hit so hard that my arm ripped out of its socket and snapped back into place, which completely tore everything inside my shoulder. And I had to get surgery, and it's still not right. I can only move it 65% of the way right now. And I have a crack in my lower spine and 2 herniated discs with the pinched nerve, which causes my left leg to numb out on me. So, 30 years old, and I go to the doctor's office. I literally sit there and moan and ache with the senior citizens. You know, now I got something to talk about with them. We sit there and we talk about are war scars, pretty much. But then we took a lot of other things too, being in the service, all that good stuff. But it seems as I'm moving into the mountains, it's getting a little nicer out here. Using my new gloves, by the way. I don't know if you can see them. Icons. Got them for 35 bucks at the bike shop. Weren't exactly what I was looking for, but I saw them. I was like, you know what? These are actually pretty nice. When on hot days, I'll wear these. This way they don't go all the way up my arm and make my arms sweat. But these are pretty nice. They have like little vents in the fingers, which sucks when it's cold out. My fingers are actually, my body's fine right now, but my fingers are a little numb. But I just couldn't take it anymore sitting in the house. I mean, I was getting stir crazy. So I know my buddy, he was like, oh, you gonna ride today? I was like, maybe. Are you? He's like, I don't know, it depends. His wife was giving him crap today, so he's probably not allowed to go out and play. He's got to stay in the house and do things, which I know how that is. You know, a little thing I noticed, and you know, I'm not hating, but you notice when you hang out with your girlfriend or your wife or your significant other or your friend on the side, whatever the case may be, you're having a great night and you're just sitting there, you're enjoying each other's company. It's a great night. You're just laying there with each other, you're snuggling, you're talking, you know, you're enjoying the night, and you get into a conversation about something, and you know, whatever the case may be, whatever you're talking about. Say you're talking about food, and she says, I like Italian food. And you're like, I don't really like Italian food. Or, I gotta be in the mood for it. What do you mean you don't like Italian food? Like, they turn, like, what the, you know? Seriously, like, a demon comes out of them. What do you mean you don't like Italian food? Why don't you like Italian food? Well, I just, you know, I don't like it because, you know, I gotta be in the mood for it. Or, you know, I am Italian, so I grew up eating Italian food, and, you know, it's nothing, you know, nothing to write home about anymore. I mean, I'm sick of it. Oh, so you don't like Italian, so you don't like how I cook, right? Wait, I wasn't talking, is that what it is? You don't like what I cook? You know, I mean, you eat it, I don't hear you complaining when you're eating it, but I'm not saying that. Oh, is that what it is? Oh, is it because of, you know, Patricia? What the, you know, I'm talking about 2 X's ago. What are you talking, what does she even come into play in this? Well, because she doesn't like Italian food, you don't like Italian food. Like, really? No. Why are you even talking about it? You know, oh, I see how it is. What? You guys must be fucking again, huh? Because, you know, no, like, you know, they turn. It's like a switch. I don't understand. They flip out for the easiest little thing. You can have a great night, and all of a sudden, boom! It's just like they want to cut your throat. You're the worst person in the world. I don't understand, you know? And then they get cranky and they're so moody all the time, and, you know, I mean, I don't understand. Like, and of course, if you make the fatal mistake of, I think you need medication, you just buried yourself. And they don't like that for some reason. Or you say the other thing, which I won't actually ever say to a girl. That's pretty disrespectful to say that. But, wow, the bike out. That's really disrespectful, you know. Is it that time of the month? Yeah, no. I mean, if I was a girl and a guy said that to me, I would definitely punch them in the mouth. That's just so disrespectful. But just the other thing, I mean, you're having a beautiful night. I mean, you just made love and you're hanging out and you're laying there and everything's perfect. And because you didn't agree on one little thing, it doesn't even matter if it's a big thing. Like I said, you're talking about food, and boom, that switch flips, and that's all she wrote. You're the worst person in the world. I don't know, you always do this? You always destroy the night? I don't even know, like, how do you even respond to that? What are you supposed to say? No, I love you, and I love Italian food. I mean, when we make love, baby, I think of Italian food. I mean, what else are you supposed to say? I mean, and nothing you say will make it right. Once that's it, and that switch is flipped, that's it. There's no making it right. I mean, you know that you're by yourself. Oh, dude likes. Oh man, that dude's burning something. Smell it. You know that's it. You know, and I had a girl, an ex. She was she'd cry about everything. It didn't matter what it was. She had to cry. I mean, we'll watch a show. Why are you crying? Nemo's dead. What? Or I'm crying because I'm stressed out. Like, okay. It got to the point where it was a little, I'm like, listen, it's okay to cry, but with certain things, somebody, is sick, or, I mean, you don't cry because it's 47 degrees outside and you want it to be 52. That's not a reason to cry. And what are you just supposed to? And I'm not, I can't, when I get around people that cry, I get very uncomfortable. I don't know, it's like an emotion block or something. I can't, like within reason. I mean, obviously somebody dies or they're sick, or, even I can see stress out. I can understand that, alright, you take in consideration, you comfort them, whatever the case may be. But when I get uncomfortable, I can't, I don't know, I get all uncomfortable and I gotta leave. I can't be there when people are crying. And they look at you with those eyes, like you can see them crying, you see the tears coming down, and they look at you, and you know what that's indicating. It doesn't even have to be your other. I mean, it could just be anybody, and they look at you with those eyes, like, and and it's just, I don't know, it's very uncomfortable to put somebody in that situation, I think. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think about that. I don't know. I don't like it. It makes me very uncomfortable. So post and tell me what you guys think about that. I'm sure it's me. Some people actually agree with me, actually. But, and it's like, well, okay, I'm sorry you're upset or whatever, Maybe try a different approach. Maybe don't cry so much. Maybe try something else. Maybe that will be better off. A better stress reliever, or a better way to deal with your broken heart or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And, they change. I mean, it's like, and then they go, what do you want? I'm like, whoa, what the? I'm sad. Okay. I'm very upset today. Okay. Like, we need an exorcism. The power of Christ compels you. Like, seriously, like, and it's like, alright, then they get so, and then you're just like, alright, you know what? I'll deal with the crying. Please, just go back to the crying, I mean, it's crazy. The switches are just insane. And I'm not saying that about all girls, and, I'm not trying to say that it's everybody, or it's, but it definitely is a lot of people. This road is chewed up. I don't even look at the potholes. Potholes crazy. So now I'm in Newburgh. Not downtown Newburgh, but Newburgh. And you definitely don't want to be here at night, that's for sure. This actually, the crime here is worse than New York City. There's like 4 or 5 shootings a day here. I mean, this is considered one of the worst cities now in New York State, and it's, I think, number 10 actually now on the 10 worst cities in the country. I don't like it. They're actually holding the, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, the September 11th, I think the shoe bomber or something, or one of the September 11th guys. They're holding the court case up here because I guess it's too much down in the city. But yeah, I definitely don't like coming here at all. But the Hudson River is like right over that river, right over those stores. So that could be why the temperature dropped, because all of a sudden it got really cold. But that's about it, guys. So figured I'd make a nice little video today, and yeah, my ear infection went away, but now the filling in my tooth broke, so now my side of my face is all swollen. And I went to the dentist, and he's like, "Oh, you got really nice teeth. Oh, your teeth are so clean." And I'm like, "Thanks." But my filling broke, and now it's bad. It's all swollen. It hurts. I have to take antibiotics. Can't win. If it's not one thing, it's something else. It's unbelievable. But that's about it, guys. So I hope all is good. And if you're out there riding, be safe. And take care, guys.